I'm Ben.
And I'm Julia.
And this is the Song Per Day podcast.
We're two people who like different kinds of music, share song recommendations with each other and you.
All right, baby. Today is a rap day. We're sitting here with a rapper. His name is REZ. A lot of R's over here. And we're happy to have you on the show.
Really happy to be here. Met Ben at an open mic. Really cool experience. And super happy to be here. First podcast I've ever done. Happy to do with you guys.
Wow. Well, we're excited to have you.
Excited to be here. I actually have a surprise for you guys too.
Yeah.
I talked with Ben and I decided to write you guys a little bit of a rap song. Some of it maybe only you guys will understand. I'm sure you may be confused since I barely know Ben and I don't know Julia at all. But you know, this is what I do. So why not do it?
No one's ever written me a rap before.
Well, here we go. I'm gonna play
first and last.
I'm gonna play this beat right here. So,
all right,
here we go. Song per day. You ready? Welcome to Song Per Day. This podcast is insane. Ben and Julia will have expanded your brain. This podcast is the coolest. It's one of the newest. The best place on earth to discover new music. Let's get the show rolling. Ben is my homie. Julia's my love and she don't even know me. Julia, you're gonna be my biggest fan. Before the show started, I stalked your Instagram. When I look at you, girl, it's freaking hard to think straight. You look like a model laying down on the freeway. Give me a chance. You know I'm a hot guy. You dress as Sailor Moon. People thought you were Popeye. My rap is not finished. Focus, just listen. I rap like Popeye when he's eating his spinach. If I ask you out and you give me a rain check, it still won't stop me from viewing your wave checks. For real, girl, you're as cute as can be. As for my lips, I swear they're gluten-free. I'm a beast at this rap shit. You know I got sick flow. Girl, I'll protect you from the corners of windows. Julia, you're really one of the hottest. You're half Ashkenazi and half goddess. As for Ben, I saw his Instagram too. And Milky Chance has got nothing on you. In rap, I'm sharp. For real, I hardly fall. My views bout to spike like Ben in volleyball. Ben Smart and Karen, gonna make it real far. Traveling the world, playing his guitar. Ben and Julia, you both look fantastic. Forget me, I wanna see you two go at it. But Ben is submissive, of that I have no doubt. So Julia, you gotta put an apple in his mouth. You both are so cute, you're both sharing a mic. But one day you guys will be sharing your lives. Ben, I know Jules got you feeling real high. You both can cuddle to Talina Sky. Ben's charming as hell and his heart is righteous. But Julia, I still wanna be your side bitch. Your name's Rez, you know I'm the best. You can't spit with me, silly, cause my mind is possessed. What?
Oh shit. That was fucking awesome.
Stop the beat.
Oh my God.
That was awesome.
That's crazy. I feel like that's the first fan fiction that our podcast has received.
How many more are we gonna get?
I don't know. I mean, I hope more. I hope this is the first of many.
Yeah, Rez, you have one hell of an imagination. How the hell did you do that?
The more you write, the better you get. I mean, I've always been creative from a young age, and also sometimes, even during with my own music, sometimes I can write a whole song in like 10 minutes. Sometimes it can take 3 days.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes I get more into it. I think that's what's like cool. Whoever listens to my real music, you guys see soon, like probably surprised I could write about anything. It's harder for me to write funny stuff right now when I'm still going through a lot of my personal stuff with my depression.
I think that's where the best comedy comes from.
Yeah.
I feel like the best comedians have seen both sides, right? So they have a better understanding.
Comedians are the most fucked up people in the world. I think.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of depressed comedians. I mean, also a lot of artists been through a lot of stuff. But dude, I also use my sense of humor, and I'll throw in jokes in some of my songs in the middle, something super serious to break the ice. So yeah, I can write about a lot. So for now, I'm also, this is something I want to offer out quickly. First person who sends me a message on Instagram, I'll give you a free rap. For grandma, if you cheated on your girlfriend and want to win her back, I got you. If your boyfriend cheated on you and you want to write a diss track, I got you. Like, it doesn't matter. You can write about anything for real. So do that. I'll write one free rap and also do a short one for the first person to tweet out. Song Per Day is a great podcast. Help you guys out, get me out. So let's do it.
I feel like it's writing poetry almost. Like, you have to be really creative. And then
Yes.
like rapping the poetry itself is like a whole nother element of talent or creativity.
I think my writing style is much more poetry style. I never thought I'd ever do rap. I only started doing rap last 2 years. I started writing songs with guitar, singing. Also because I didn't know people like NF, and it was just more like, I don't know. I didn't want to talk. I don't rap about being the man or hooking up with girls or all this other shit. So I was always like my favorite artists aren't rappers at all. People like Damien Rice, Sufjan Stevens, so they were my inspirations.
Yeah.
But writing was always a strong passion for me. I might not even be doing music at all if people read poetry. So like writing is my passion. Music is just how to get out my writing. Like that's the amazing thing for me about music, especially like when I talk about depression. Like if I was to write a status on Facebook saying, when I grew up, was 13, I used to have panic attacks in the bathroom and suicidal depression, and I was super close, and I attempted suicide. If I wrote all that shit on Facebook, most people would be like, whoa, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, why are you sharing this on, like just, like, pouring this out? This is way too... But when you do in music, it's just like, oh, dude, you're so brave. You know, it's like art is very powerful. It's like makes things.
It's a way of reframing it. I feel like that makes it more digestible for people. Perhaps.
For sure. When something's creative, in anything, a drawing, a painting, people will be more interested. It's a shame. It's a shame because there's a lot of people.
Yeah, some people just need to share their thoughts and they don't have an outlet.
Definitely.
For that.
Think of the main things with people sharing about depression is like people only understand depression when they think you have a legitimate reason to be depressed. Because like it sounds like a small problem, but it doesn't matter the reason why. Like everyone's wired differently. We have different sensitivity. We have different past histories, triggers. Like what should matter is like understanding that depression, like it's not just like, oh, I'm sad. It's legit when you get deep into it. It's a sickness and the worst type of sickness. But yeah, it's my mission with my music, and I'm hoping to get a little better emotionally so I can do some more of the funny stuff like I did for you guys.
Yeah, and we love that. So let's hear one of the songs from your album.
For sure, I'd appreciate it. You hate cursing, mom, so I won't curse in this song. I thought my music would blow up if I kept dropping F-bombs. It hurt bad, you didn't get my depression. But when I look back, I know you had good intentions. You tried to teach me life lessons, but my head was infected. I begged for affection, but my attempts were rejected. My love for you's the truest. For you I'd take a bullet, but the damage I've done, it feels like I'm the one that's shooting. I shot you in the heart, cause my demons were too dark. Cause I'm the misfit kid who tore the family apart. You took care of me, mom, ever since I was crawling. When I was lost, snorted rocks, cause I hit rock bottom. You were sick and helpless, your body was restless, had panic attacks, then a botched C-section. In my other songs I mentioned how you fed my depression, so I wrote you the song, mom, to try to correct it. Cause I love you, mom, ain't afraid to say it. I know the guilt eats you and you just can't take it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, ma, we're gonna make it. Yeah, I love you, mom, ain't afraid to say it. I know the guilt eats you and you just can't take it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, ma, we're gonna make it. You took care of me all day, you went to my ball games. I was 4'11", but she made me feel like LeBron James. My mom's great, bought my clothes for prom day. I was on stage, you made it feel like Broadway. You were a soccer mom, I was your little Ronaldo. You bought me all the toys and you helped me find Waldo. I freaking love you, well fudge, I can't cuss, but I'll find the perfect words, cause I love you so much. Despite the screaming and pushing, you did the cleaning and cooking. You were feeding me pudding, my inner demons, you took him. You said I'd be alright, thought of me the whole night. My birthdays were so nice, Peter Pan and Snow White. You brought my lunch to school, that made me really ashamed. I said, mom, I'm 12th grade, don't you know that I'll get flamed? I don't know why I felt shame, cause those were the best days. Your actions explain the love you couldn't contain. Yeah, I love you, mom, ain't afraid to say it. I know the guilt eats you and you just can't take it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, ma, we're gonna make it. Yeah, I love you, mom, ain't afraid to say it. I know the guilt eats you and you just can't take it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, ma, we're gonna make it. Mom, I was broken and drained, spent days shaking in pain, but just the thought of your face, it helped me get through the day. I was losing my sanity, wait up, that ain't accurate. You can't lose your sanity if you never even had it. I wrote out my pain, I exposed our dirty laundry, but the tension remains. So now it's time to say sorry. Sorry for chasing my music and for trying to be famous. Sorry for screaming at you and for acting so heinous. Sorry for driving you crazy and for causing your anguish. I'm sorry for your pain, I wish God would let me take it. And I'm sorry for your stress and the mistakes that I've done. I just took you for granted, I never thanked you enough. So thanks for all the hours that you Googled my sickness. Thanks for all the years you washed thousands of dishes. Thanks for acting in my movie and helping produce it. Thanks for giving love to me and for funding my music. Thanks for consoling my past and for having my back. Thanks for holding my hand when I had panic attacks. Thanks for all of your faith and your belief in my writing. Thanks for giving me strength to keep surviving and fighting.
Yeah, I love you, Mom, ain't afraid to say it. I ain't okay, but I'll continue to fake it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, Ma, you're gonna make it. Yeah, I love you, Mom, ain't afraid to say it. I ain't okay, but I'll continue to fake it. Stop self-blaming, drop self-hatred. One day at a time, Ma, you're gonna make it.
You can hear me in the headphones.
Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Don't say it creepy.
Can you hear me now? I'm in your ears. All right, ready?
I like that your go-to is be as creepy as possible, just for everything.
Why would it not be that?
I don't know, you're just naturally funny and chill, so.
Man.
Let's go.
All right, I love that song. That's the song I saw you perform at the open mic that we were both at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know from you what that song means to you, even though you say it in the song. But
Yeah, I mean, the thing with my mom is she's very extreme on both ends. Like, I would be laying down after a panic attack, not exercising. She'd be like, "You're laying down the whole day." Like super extreme with the criticism, but also she'll drive 3 hours to watch me play American football and cry and scream my name. So she's extreme with love, so it's very conflicting. It's harder for me to write a pure love song with so much love than it is to write about wanting to end my life and how, like, really dark, whatever, because it's just, that love is, like, it's what everyone needs. Every human being, everyone who's been through anything, what everyone's looking for from a friend, from a partner, from a whatever. And my mom matters to me more than anything, more than my music, more than whatever. I know the suffering she went through and how she dealt with her suicidal depression, dealing with 3 babies at the same time. And I can't imagine, like, I can barely take care of myself, and how everything comes from love. Yeah, so it's a very hard song, especially the music video. If people see, like, I put up a lot of authentic videos and pictures of me as a baby smiling and playing soccer, and, like, I cried so much writing it. It's just so hard. I mean, people who are, like, really depressed, like, there's nothing more painful than seeing, like, you as a happy kid. Picture is one thing. When we see the video, it's like we forget, we forget that we're our kids' parents. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but I mean the sense, like, next time you're with your niece or your nephew or whatever, and you see a mom with their kid, like, everything, you're like, holy shit, like, that was me and my mom, like, every day, every year. Because now it's just like, yeah, I'm like, you're not cute anymore. Like, Julia is, you're not then, but no, I'm kidding. But oh yeah, Julia,
you're still cute.
No, Julia, if you don't let me buy you dinner, you hate short people. I'm kidding.
That's the funny thing, because I want to ask you
Let's go.
about other themes from the album. Besides, obviously, depression is a big
100%.
one. But, so, short
Yes.
kids, like, I know you talk about...
Here's my thing with height. No, I talk about height a lot, and you guys, but here's my thing with height and problem with girls with height. I'm totally fine if a girl turns me down because my height, I'm too short. It's a social norm. It's weird. That's cool. But once you see me all of a sudden perform in this, and, like, people think, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be famous, then all of a sudden don't come back to me.
Right.
Because it's like, if you can change your standards on hype because someone's successful or famous or this, then
It's a
you
double
can change
standard, yeah.
You can change your standards because someone's deep in this. Like, I'm the same person I was then, and and also the stigma thing is super annoying. Like, when people see, like, oh, I need a tall man to protect me, or like people don't view you as a real man. Like, I can beat up 80% of my friends as an athlete my whole life. I played sports, so it's like the stigmas, that stuff. And the last thing is, like, I care, like, even my passion now, and even when I'm super happy to do this podcast, whether it reaches 1,000 people or 30 people or 10 people, is like, I want to make an impact. I'm also involved. Like, I want to make it more than music. I want to, Like, I think of the 13-year-old kid out there right now who have his parents yelling at him for being lazy and is having panic attacks, thinking he's having a stroke, convinced he's going to end his life, not knowing what's happening, losing control of his body, shaking on the floor. Like, I think of that, and, like, that drives me so much to just do everything in my power to go rap at a school assembly and meet him and, like, see myself.
Yeah.
No matter what I accomplish in life, like, I think my proudest accomplishment in life will always be that I got a high school degree with what I was going through. Because I was Googling suicidal methods in recess, having panic attacks. I have 2 lines where I say, in my song, Dear God, I'm really hurting God. I feel so worthless. Planning suicide while kids have their first kiss, like in that pain and that detachment and alienation and the lack of support and people judging me as laziness. It's like I can't, no matter what, like the physical feelings, it's just, it's really my goal to connect to people, to make an impact, to make people understand the depression, the sickness, that people, like, depression isn't laziness. To just say everything I have in life and connect with people. But I care about that much more than money and this and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's just, I want to make an impact on people, so.
I think I understand your message that even if you can get this across to that one kid, to them who, you know, they're feeling anything, even a fraction of what you were feeling, if you can get your message to that person, then it's worth it.
100%, like much more than there's so many people, like so many people, and I hid my depression completely. Went from 12 to 13 to till 21 with all my friends, but I didn't even tell my mom the first 2 years because the feelings are so frightening and terrifying that, like, you don't know what it is. Like, you feel like it's just like a disease. Like, you're literally feel like the only person in the world. But there's just so much stigmas and so much things. So I need to connect to those people. And
yeah, I agree with you. And I think that it's almost harder for men to speak up. It's almost more important to create these platforms for men to be able to talk about their feelings sort of in the face of this masculinity that they've sort of looked up to and seen as how they're supposed to be acting, when in reality it's like created this toxic society where like men don't feel like they can talk about their feelings, and like you said, they're suffering just as much as anyone.
A lot of people think that depression is just a mindset. It's like, just change the way you view things. If you stop caring what people think, just stop internalizing, work on your sensitivity. But everyone is wired so differently, and there's so many different disorders that have completely different treatments. Support is so important. It sounds corny, and maybe like I just wanted a hug from my mom more than anything growing up. My mom's been incredible, by the way. I'd like to clarify after that the last 2 years our relationship has been so much better, and she gives me so much strength, and we just have such a deep connection now, and we're in a better state. But yeah. So anyways, I know I've been rambling about depression, but the last thing I want to say is if you guys know anyone who told you I'm kind of depressed, I'm going through a lot, it's hard to explain, please share this podcast with them. Tell them to message me on Instagram. We have a support group too. And I mean, it's a very personal mission for me. And you can meet a lot of people you can relate to. We'll
leave all the like information about these support groups and all of that stuff in the show notes.
Amazing.
All right. I want to go back to, you mentioned some of your inspirations earlier.
Definitely.
I want you to recommend us a song, Rez.
Wonderful. I think the most underappreciated artist in the world, like the guy that pisses me off that is not super famous, is this artist named Sufjan Stevens. And he's such a big inspiration to me. I actually started off like writing music and pursuing music as an indie, like acoustic artist, and
oh, wow.
I bought a banjo because this guy. I a freaking banjo. It's like, you never knew banjo could be such a beautiful instrument. It's because you always think of the hillbilly stuff and the don't, but it's like when he plays it bluegrass. And this song you'll actually hear the banjo, and I also know you like harmonies, and it's such a peaceful song. And you're looking to sleep. He's just, and I think what I love about him too is he has so many songs where the lyrics are so sad, but the music is so peaceful. It shows like so much maturity. That he has this one song, sorry it's not the right thing, called Casimir Pulaski Day, and it's all about this close friend of his that's dying from cancer. And it's like, if you didn't listen closely to the lyrics, you'd think it's the most peaceful song in the world, because it's all about him like accepting it. Anyways, what I'm going to recommend something else, which is just a beautiful song, is called For the Widows in Paradise from Sufjan Stevens. And yeah, I think you guys will like it.
Awesome. Let's listen. 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so something I think is super interesting is that song is so mellow. I love the blend of all the voices. And I looked this up earlier, and Sufjan is Arabic, and it means, I think, comes with a sword. Mm-hmm. And it just is so funny to me that it's like a beautiful sounding name, but also like nothing about his music screams that he's like coming in holding a sword.
He is so peaceful. He is such an... Forget as a music, but inspiration as a person. Like I said about his song Casimir Pulaski Day, he's just so mature. It's like he writes about such deep subjects, and he's just so peaceful. His music all sounds so peaceful. He's like, I don't think he... like maybe with my music, I'll go from some heartfelt stuff like my mom's song to screaming to other stuff. Like, I don't know if he's screamed in his life. It's just like, it's just amazing. And yeah, how about you, Ben? How do you feel about the song?
I like it. Like you mentioned, the harmonies. It's just beautiful sounding song.
Yeah, it's really good for like people who want a playlist of like going to sleep. And he has a couple good songs that are really good and peaceful.
All right, cool. So, Rez, tell us, what are your future plans for music? I want to know what's in store.
I'm going to, after not leaving Israel for 3 years, I'm going to America in about 6 weeks. I'm going to perform a lot. Planning performing every day. Also trying to some book shows, trying to open mic, everything. It's just emotional release for me.
So you're going to be touring? That's
I'm going to be performing in America. I wouldn't call it touring yet because, I'm going to do a lot of performances free. I'm going to go see a football game, play a lot of poker, which has been my job there. So I'm going to do a lot of performing for my soul more than anything. Right now, my goal is to reach as many people as possible. I'm not worried about the amount of money I get on the songs I've already written. I know I have 500 songs inside of me. I could knock out a ton. But I'm trying to reach as many people as possible.
Gotta spread your message.
Spread my message. Connect with people who've been through similar things, and start making waves in music. So I appreciate you guys being my first podcast, and it's been a pleasure.
Of course, we were so happy to have you, and we'll share all that information in the show notes where people can reach you, where they can find your music, and we look forward to hearing about your success.
Wonderful, thank you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
thank you. I love you guys. Make sure to check out this podcast every week. They're great hosts, really good
Thank
people.
you. It's a wrap.
All right, peace.
Thank you for listening to Song Per Day Podcast.
You can find us on Instagram and YouTube, and our email is perdaypodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Peace and love, baby.